This was no questions asked, a must-win game for the Cyclones. You're pinned against the wall on a 4-game losing streak, and you're playing against the team that you're almost certainly going to face in the first round of the postseason. You have to set a tone both physically and mentally. That is exactly what the Cyclones did tonight. A commanding 5-2 win with an empty netter to seal the deal at the end. Cyclones pick up a massive win over the Rochester Grizzlies, tie the season series at 4-4, and as I mentioned, in what's probably going to be the first round playoff matchup for the Cyclones against the Grizzlies, they set a perfect tone as we head into the final 2 games of the regular season and start to prepare for the Frazier Cup playoffs. There was a few unorthodox goal scorers tonight. Sean Hall, who hasn't scored in a while, he netted one on the far side. A solo effort, skated all the way down to the other end and sniped one short side. And then Brady Robbins, a defenseman who was recently acquired by the Cyclones, formerly with the Pueblo Bulls of the NCDC. He scored his first goal as a Cyclone on the power play. And then after returning from injury, Truman Zers scored as well. He hasn't scored in a while, so it was great to see him crack into the goal column. We caught up with Truman after the game. Tonight was his first game back after a few games that he missed due to injury. We asked him just how he felt getting to score a goal and be back on the ice, and also talk to him about what the group needed to do, how they needed to set a better tone coming into this Saturday game against Rochester.
I think after last night, we had a talk in the locker room. We figured that we need to show up with some swagger, need to show who we are, got to start hot, and we got on them right away, got on their bodies, they couldn't handle it.
And then first game back for you injury-wise, how'd you feel, and more notably, how did it feel to score another goal, your second of the season?
It was great. I got to hand it to my line mates and the guys on the power play with me. They do a lot of the work for me, and it's always more fun when everyone's working together.
So 2 regular season games left against Peoria here in this building. Cyclones essentially control their own destiny. They can't, unfortunately, clinch the 2 seed because the tiebreaker does go to Rochester because of the goal differential and the difference in goals that they scored versus the ones we scored. But, like I said, we control our own destiny. If we win out this weekend against Peoria, and if Rochester gets at least 1 against the St. Louis Junior Blues, the Cyclones will be the 3 seed, and we will play against the Grizzlies with home ice in the first round of the Frazier Cup playoffs. So we're looking forward to the start of the playoffs as the season wraps up. On a 5-2 win here on Saturday night from Marathon Park Ice Arena, I'm Mark Robinson.